In this episode of Uncle Adam's Pro Tips, I'm going to teach you how to paint from the inside out.
Warning, Uncle Adam is not a professional. He's usually not even very good. Try any and all of Uncle Adam's pro tips at your own risk. Void where prohibited. Uncle Adam is not actually an uncle.
So what do I mean by painting from the inside out? I don't mean painting the inner portion of the model, because I don't even know how you'd get a brush in there, frankly. What I'm talking about is you have to choose as you're painting your model. Your model's been built, it's been primed, and now you've maybe even put a spray base coat on it or something like that, or maybe you're doing your base coating now. But a lot of times that's known as blocking. You're blocking in colors. I'm putting in blue, I'm putting in green, I'm putting in skin tone, and then later on you'll do your highlights and your all that other jazz. But when you are doing your blocking, you want to work from the inside out. And I mean the innermost surface, which on most of us is our skin. You could get inside the skin, but again, I don't know how you're going to brush in there. But I'm saying when you're painting a model, I'm not going to show you this on a model because it's really small and fiddly. I'm going to show it, I'm nothing if not a giant miniature. So if you were painting me, you would paint my skin first, okay? You'd paint skin tone, pale, pasty skin tone on me first, on the skin. Then you might paint the t-shirt next, and then after that the sweatshirt. Here's why. As you're putting the colors on, okay, the lower surfaces you will end up getting a little bit on the higher surfaces, okay? So you will paint a little bit on the skin, and here where the t-shirt and my skin meet, you will get some on the t-shirt. But that's okay, because you're going to paint the t-shirt next, so you will cover your mistakes. And then, as you're painting your t-shirt and you're bumping up against the raised edge of the sweatshirt in this situation, you will then get some on the sweatshirt. But then you're painting the sweatshirt next, so you will cover up your mistakes. It's always important to work in that format, going from the inside out. If you were painting somebody who had 12 layers of clothing on for whatever reason, I don't know, you would go from the skin to the first layer to the second layer, and you keep working your way out. If you try to paint the t-shirt first, okay, and then you go and you try to paint the skin, you will get skin on the t-shirt, and then you'll have to go back and repaint the t-shirt where the skin got on it, and it's a pain in the rear. So if you work inside out, that will speed things up and make you have to cover things up, mistakes and such like that, less. So work from the inside out. If I was a model that was, let's say I was a giant barbarian or whatever, like one of those barbarian ladies that don't seem to have very much armor on, you would paint all the skin that's showing. You'd paint all that stuff first, and then you'd paint the tiny little chainmail bikini, you'd paint that last. Do not paint that first. Paint the skin on your models, and then paint the closest piece of clothing to the surface of their skin, and then the next, and layer your way out there. That's just the best way to do it, because then you can cover your mistakes as you make them, where they touch other things. That's the tip. If you're painting a model that has no skin, and by that I don't mean, well, I mean like a skeleton. They don't have skin. So again, the surface of the bone in that case is their skin. If you're painting a space marine, I almost always start by painting those weird little gaps in between their armor, you know, those weird little accordion shaped. I paint those because then I can paint stuff next to it. And if I paint all of them blue, let's say it's an ultramarine, and I paint the black, I might get the black on the blue. And it's just easier if you just do the black and then you cover it with the blue on the outer edges. Believe me, learning to go from the inside to the next surface, to the next surface, to the next surface is going to make things way easier for your painting, because you get to cover up your mistakes and you don't have to go back.